Alright, everybody, and welcome to Shark Jump Inc. I'm Corey.
I'm Caleb.
I'm Shelby.
I'm Dallas.
And today, we're doing a knockout for Disney's new Renaissance. So, we're bringing Knockout back as if it ever left. We just took a short hiatus. And we're going to we're going to start off with the Disney New Renaissance. But we're going to go through all the Disney eras as provided by the YouTube channel Network 1901. Check that out. And we're going to go through all those eras over different episodes of Knockout. And then we will finally go through one final episode of Knockout to decide which was the best movie over, I guess, the best Disney movie of all time is what we'll decide. But anyway, we're starting with the Disney New Renaissance, which is 2008 to the present, which would be Bolt to Moana.
Correct.
And so, speaking of which, Caleb, what is your choice for best Disney New Renaissance movie?
Believe it or not, it's Bolt. Not actually, it's Moana.
Like all the prep. I have chosen Wreck-It Ralph. 2012's Wreck-It Ralph.
I have chosen Zootopia.
Big Hero 6.
All right. So those are all movies in the Disney New Renaissance. So we have passed the first test. Our categories today are main characters, story, theme/message, world, and side characters. So, main characters. Who has the absolute worst main character up here? I was going to say the worst main character is Bolt, and then I was like, nobody actually chose Bolt.
It's hard to tell because these are all great main characters.
Yeah.
It's not mine.
It's not yours.
Yours would be a little... It wouldn't be Baymax, it would be the little kid.
Yeah.
Hero.
Yeah, Hero.
And yours would be...
Rabbit.
Judy Hopps.
Yours would be Judy Hopps, and yours would be Moana.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can rule out Moana for being last. I think we can rule out Wreck-It Ralph from being last.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
I think we can rule out Judy Hopps from being last.
I just don't feel like my guy's last.
Immediately chuck Dallas under the bus.
I just feel like my guy has a lot of depth and growth throughout the whole movie.
He gropes throughout the entire movie?
Well, he gropes his stuff when he puts it together.
That sounded
Okay.
terrible.
I feel like he shows a lot of growth through the whole movie.
Yes,
He
he does.
goes through the loss of his brother, and he's grieving, and he becomes angry.
Mhm.
He wants to kill
Kabuki Mask Guy.
Kabuki Mask Guy, and it kind of
You said the... You spoiled Big Hero 6.
whoops, my bad. But he goes through all of that, and by the end of the movie, I feel like out of all of our characters, mine grew the most.
I would disagree because in Wreck-It Ralph, he goes from this guy who's just like, oh, I'm a villain and everybody hates me, and he kind of leans into that a little bit, but then he doesn't lean into that. That's his problem. But toward the end of the movie, he starts a friendship with this little glitch girl. And then he starts to grow, and then he starts to actually lean into him being the bad guy, and then that's how he starts making friends and shit.
I feel more like it's the people around Ralph grew, because Ralph didn't want to accept that he was just a bad guy. Ralph knew that he was a good guy playing a bad guy, and I feel like the side characters grew around that to accept that just because you're the bad guy doesn't make you the bad guy.
I agree with that, but I also agree that he worked through a lot of his anger issues and a lot of his his stuff.
Shelby and I are just sitting here watching this happen.
Well, let's go through yours.
Well, yeah, mine has a nice arc where she goes from, a bunny who has no, business being a cop in one of the big cities, Zootopia, and then she becomes, she gets good at her job and teams up
It kind of seems like she was always good enough to do it, just nobody had faith in her.
She was always perseverant. However, by the end of the movie, she's not racist anymore.
Yes.
That's her arc.
And that's the arc.
Works for me. I mean,
Well, mine, she starts off she's a little girl, and then she grows up and her grandmother dies and she changes.
in what ways?
But no, in serious, we discussed before how she kind of grows and finds her self-confidence and self-journey and all that, and so the story is about her and her growth is what the story's about. The villain is not important to this
I don't know the
at
villain.
all. Exactly. well,
I really would argue that
Spoiler,
there's
it's
not
a big
really
lava
a-
monster.
exactly.
I really wouldn't even
Which
say
is-
that it's.
Hey,
You'd argue the big lava monster isn't like an antagonist.
That's what I'd say. It's just like it's a character, and then she learns the actual meaning behind
That's what I'm
everything.
saying.
Yeah.
And then I don't really think that there's a bad guy. I think there's just a misunderstanding of the situation.
Well, there's a bad guy because there's the crab, but he's like
Yeah,
not
I mean,
the main
he's not the
antagonist.
villain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Crab David Bowie.
Yeah, crab David Bowie. But
Shiny.
yeah, like the whole story is about her growth.
You have something to say?
no.
Well, we've all like introduced our main character, so I feel like we can just go ahead and vote, and so we can like don't have to argue.
Yeah.
We can just get the pen to page, get these characters down. What is your vote for last place?
I really don't know.
Because actually, you made a compelling argument. Like
Can
I
I
had
go
to.
first?
Yeah, you can vote
I
first.
want to go Zootopia
Okay.
Giving up.
because I really just don't feel like
I
there's a lot of growth.
okay.
I think there's a lot of growth. Just
Well, Dallas has already voted, so you won't change his vote.
I think it's Hero from Big Hero 6.
He's made a compelling case.
He
Like,
made a compelling
I-
case, but I went on the basis of memorability, and he's just not that memorable.
I guess if you do go, he is definitely the least memorable. But as a main character, he's more effective than I originally thought. It's not mine.
And now the story, like this category, isn't just about the
No,
character
it's
and
a-
the biggest growth. It's just
yeah.
of how much like
Character.
we like
I'm,
the characters.
I'm
and all
gonna
that.
say hero, but not because he's necessarily a bad main character, but because this is a strong crop of main characters.
Yes.
Yeah, the same thing. Like these three characters are just great characters.
So this is where it gets difficult. Now we have to organize these last three. You can go first this time since Dallas wants to.
Zootopia.
I'm probably
Zootopia.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. I don't accept.
Ralph. What?
Dallas.
I'm
Second
gonna,
place.
I'm gonna go Wreck-It Ralph.
I'm gonna go Moana.
I think I'm also gonna go Moana.
Yeah, I was also gonna go Moana because I just love like the Ralph character.
I had
so-
Yeah.
a harder time with that decision than you did. All right, so the final order for main characters is Big Hero 6 and 4th, Zootopia in 3rd, Moana in 2nd, Wreck-It Ralph in 1st. Now we move on to which movie has the best story. Dallas, would you like to give us like a brief rundown? Well, maybe not a brief rundown, but kind of tell you what your story's about.
So mine's a superhero movie.
Yes, it is.
Basically.
Yeah, kind of.
Set in San Francisco, which is a conglomeration of San Francisco and Tokyo, which I really like that. But
Don't
that's
blow
a
your
different,
wad with the
that's a
world. That's
I know that's a
later.
different category. But it's the young boy, and he's got his brother, and his brother brings him to his school and shows him all this cool technology because the boy's a genius and everything. And there's an accident, an explosion. The brother dies, and the boy uses his brother's invention and kind of turns it from a nurse into like a superhero, and they build a superhero team, and they try to get down to the end of the story and beat the bad guy basically,
Like a superhero movie.
like a superhero
Like
movie,
animated adventures.
right? Except it's got its nice Disney twist where there's
Yeah.
a lot of emotion and charm in there.
Oh, yeah.
I think my story is pretty good. It's-
solid.
But yeah, I mean, it's just all these mammals. These live in this one city called Zootopia, and
Whoa, don't blow your wad with
but yeah, but I like this story because it's different because it's like a detective.
It's a buddy cop movie.
Yep.
Well, it's a buddy cop movie, but it's a detective.
It's Lethal Weapon with
Yeah.
animals.
I was going to say animated legal weapon.
But it's not really an action movie. It's more of a detective mystery type
Yeah.
thing where they're all trying to solve what's going on, what's causing these animals to go nuts, and there's lots of themes. I mean, well, I guess we'll go into the
Yeah, I was like,
themes later.
whoa.
But yeah, it takes interesting twists and turns with the characters and what you'd expect, and I think it's just really succinct.
Yeah, that's true. Mine is Wreck-It Ralph is a video game villain in a game called Wreck-It Ralph, and he lives in an arcade, and then he gets sick and tired of being a villain, and so he leaves his game so he could prove that he's like everybody else and that he's a hero. So he leaves his game and travels to other game worlds. He meets this little girl. She's a glitch. She causes
racing game.
she causes problems in her game, and that kind of leads into this bigger conspiracy within that game and within the whole arcade I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph. Please see Wreck-It Ralph. And it sounds like I'm a Disney employee. But it wraps into like a bigger conspiracy within like the arcade, and I don't know. I think it's like an interesting, fun ride. Very colorful.
Mine, it follows a female islander named Moana, and it's
What's the movie called?
oh man, it's not tip of my tongue. I can't remember. So like Easter Island Adventure or something like that.
Big Hero 7?
Tip of the tongue phenomenon.
Yeah. Anyway, and she's gonna be the captain or
Princess.
princess, I guess. of
She's the chief's daughter.
Yeah, the chief's daughter, and so like the beginning of the movie, it's like training her. It's like, oh, you're gonna be
One day
like,
you're gonna be in
You're gonna be
charge.
the chief. You're gonna be in charge of all this. And then she's kind of like, like I don't know if I want to do that because her big like role model for the movie is her grandmother. And then spoiler for like the first like 10 minutes of the movie, the grandmother dies, and
She's
she's
an
like,
old mythic character. It's
Yeah,
not a spoiler.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
And,
it's kind of like how I spoiled mine. Like,
Exactly.
if
Yeah,
you watch the
you
first
spoiled
5
it.
minutes of the movies, you know,
Yep.
you know what's gonna happen.
But yeah, then so she like goes on this adventure and she meets a lot of like cool characters, like Maui played by Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Mhm.
Dwayne.
Yes, Dwayne.
Not now.
Another time, yeah. And it's just like this really cool story, as I said before, about like kind of like self-discovery with lots of like really cool characters and stuff like that.
Side note: Alan Tudyk, who I
Yep.
met at Star Wars Celebration,
Yeah.
is in all 4 of these movies.
Yes.
Also, I am sick today, so if I cough, it's because I'm sick. So that will happen periodically throughout.
Something I was gonna say though, something I do like about like y'all's, I can't say about yours, but I think it's also the same thing. But it has like kind of not necessarily like a twist ending, but it has like a mystery that you're trying to solve. And
That's
like
a twist.
Moana, yeah, I knew that. But like Moana kind of tries to do that,
It doesn't really.
but it doesn't like
Right.
It doesn't
land.
connect.
Yeah, and so that was something I was gonna say. Like y'all's, the thing I really like about Zootopia in particular is like the like mystery and then like twists at the end and all that.
Too noir.
Yeah.
Were you gonna say something?
I was just gonna like not a shot at Shelby's movie. It was just gonna like
That's okay if you want to do that. Too.
you could see the twist coming. You know, like I mean, it was a nice twist, but it was also like cliche that there was gonna be a twist.
I think all of these are sort of cliche in a way because Disney has a formula. I mean, otherwise they wouldn't be Disney
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're all kind of cliche in a way. Like yours is a little predictable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess mine's kind of a little predictable too.
We're all a little predictable.
The twists are predictable, but
Yeah,
we're not
especially mine.
we're not basing it just off the twist. We're basing it
Right.
on the journey, the whole journey. So since we introduced, y'all just want to go ahead and vote.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're ready.
Shelby, you go first. Let's switch it up.
I think it's Moana actually, because as stories go, it's not that different. Besides the Polynesian setting,
It's an adventure movie. to
It's
try to
just
style
it's
up.
just a hero's journey and adventure movie. It's not really any different from anything.
I was gonna go with Moana. Shelby pretty much hit my points.
Well, I don't even need to vote.
I was gonna say so was I. What's third?
It's kind of hard.
I'll start. Big Hero 6, I guess, because it's something we have seen before.
Yeah,
Like it's a story we've seen before. It's kind of like the Avengers.
the superhero team. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Right.
that would be my third.
Yeah, so it's like y'all said, it's a superhero movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All
Second.
right.
that
Now
seems really hard.
I'm gonna go Wreck-It Ralph.
I will
Actually-
too, because Villain Redemption is uncommon, but it has happened before.
I agree.
Okay,
Were you gonna vote differently?
I mean, I was still thinking, like, I have no idea.
Well, your vote doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
exactly.
And obviously,
Leave.
you know, that leaves Zootopia at 1.
Right,
So, yeah,
correct.
Bold.
So our final order: Moana, Big Hero 6, Wreck-It Ralph, Zootopia.
Yeah.
Next, we move on to theme message, and I'm just gonna put Zootopia at number 1.
Yeah.
I think
We also- we
racism
also-
beats all of ours.
We can also put Big Hero 6 is 4. No, I
Correct.
No, Moana. What's the theme and message behind Moana?
Again, it's like the whole like self like journey, like discovery and all that.
The hero's journey.
Okay, so the
My
hero's-
hero had a journey. We just talked about his growth and how he overcame the grief of losing his brother and learning how to live through it with the connection of his friends and leaning on those people that he
You look
loves.
really deep into that movie, like a lot deeper.
I'm
than
not.
that.
No, like
No,
Baymax,
like, you're right.
Baymax says it. Like he's like, to get over this, you need the love and compassion of your friends and family. Like that's a big thing. It's like you should lean on your friends and family
Yeah.
when you need them.
Okay, so that's your message. Your message is like self-discovery.
Yeah.
Your message is racism. And my message is
It's
kind of
labels.
is like labels and kind of shaking out of your like labels. So I guess yeah. So
Mhm.
now that we got that out on the table,
I mean, in my opinion, it's Zootopia, Wreck-It Ralph, Moana, Big Hero 6.
that's
how-
mine too.
Yeah, that's mine also.
Well, can I lose? I mean, it doesn't matter.
All right. Stop.
It's
I
okay.
can't help it.
So
So yeah, it's
Moana-
just as Caleb said.
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just as Caleb said. Big Hero 6, Moana, Wreck-It Ralph, Zootopia.
I thought you were saying Big Hero 6 and 1. I was like, whoa, that was the opposite of what I said.
So we caught up a little bit. We've
Yeah.
taken a lot of time on the other two, so we caught up a little.
characters.
Especially on characters. Now we move on to world, which is like I think the most interesting one to me,
Yeah.
and I think that's kind of
Yes.
what Disney movies
Mhm.
like sets them apart.
Right.
My world, of course, is
Video
the
games.
video game of
Mhm.
Wreck-It Ralph, but also the video game of Heroes Duty,
Well,
the Mario Kart Sugar one,
Mhm.
and Sugar Rush.
Not even that, just all of the
Nerd.
the interconnecting behind like the
And
games.
the Game Central Station, which is
They
like one
all
of my
inter-
favorite parts.
where they
of it.
all
Yeah.
interconnect
Yeah,
with
Kind
each
of
other.
like basically like the inside of a surge protector.
Exa-
more or less.
basically,
Right.
yes.
Your world.
It's
Hawaii.
just Hawaii, and
Polynesia,
oceans,
just the ocean.
lots of oceans. And,
It's,
my gosh, so much.
I mean, it's
ocean.
it's a nice like fresh
It's-
setting, but it's nothing like
It's like Wind Waker. You just sail out and there's just the ocean.
islands.
Yeah.
It's exactly like Wind Waker.
The ocean.
Mine's San Francisco, the conglomeration of Tokyo and San
Which is
Francisco.
awesome.
I love it. I really do. In my opinion, it's my favorite world. It's, I love the Japanese influence that this movie has.
Mhm.
It's like it's the superhero movie, and then there's a lot of the Japanese influence, which in my opinion is fresh for a Disney movie
Mhm.
because Disney movies are very American,
Yeah.
and this is definitely a fresh take on something for Disney.
It
Yeah.
also has a lot of Japanese influence. Blade Runner. Just keep talking about
Blade Runner 2049 in theaters now.
Well, and
Check
also-
out a review.
And the original.
It's on that
Okay.
side, right? No, it's on this
Yeah,
side. I messed it
come
up last time. Anyway, your world.
And my world is, well, as it explains Utopia, where all of the mammals come together and live in their own, and they all live in their different zones. There's a tropic zone, the
Arctic.
desert zone, the Arctic
Rainforest.
zone, jungle, rainforest zone, etc., etc.
We legit might have picked like the 3 best worlds.
Yeah.
And then mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
got
I know.
4, and
I'll
then
say,
we've
trust
got
me,
the
I know.
best.
I know. Monster 4. Personally, Wreck-It Ralph is my favorite.
I like the
because I'm
I
like
like the whole video game thing
because
like,
I'm a huge nerd and I love video games and all that.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I
But
love
as
that.
far as like the originality and just like grandeur of the world, I don't think it matches San Francisco and Zootopia. Because like Zootopia, obviously, like that makes the movie
Yeah,
its
that's a big,
world.
huge
Like that's
story.
the whole like
And
because without it being Zootopia, it's just
Mhm.
it's a cop movie.
Yeah.
But I think the world of Wreck-It Ralph kind of like lets it explore not only games but also different genres of games, like that whole like shoot 'em up Call
Yeah.
of Duty thing, and then there's the whole like kid-friendly kart racing game,
Yeah.
and then there's that like the
Little
old
arcade,
8-bit games,
yep.
Right. No, I mean I agree. I'm just
and then the place that interconnects them all.
and I know I'm
Search
just
Spectre.
like we did earlier. I'm just stacking up comparison.
I'm not like
you know,
offended. I'm just trying to like
I'm offended.
I'm trying to win.
The only thing I have to say about yours is it seems it leans more into the Tokyo part, which I like, of course, but it doesn't really lean as much into the San Francisco part.
I would agree with that. I would think it's.
I mean,
but
If you really take like overshots of this city, you can see like the hills.
Yeah, you can see
there's
that,
the part
the
with
Golden State
the
Bridge
bridge.
and
You
stuff,
know,
but-
like
But I think the argument he's trying to make is it's more of Tokyo taking like a Tokyo rescan over San Francisco than it is an amalgamation of the two places.
Yeah.
right.
While Shelby's is literally like
4 totally
4
different.
different like places where
Mhm.
like animals live and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So what's third? Caleb, what do you think is third?
It's really tough. I've only seen parts of Big Hero 6, but I mean, from what I've seen of it, it's kind of like what y'all are saying, where it's like Tokyo laid over San Francisco. So maybe that one, maybe Big Hero 6. But yeah,
I'll say Big Hero 6.
Yeah. Why? I can be swayed.
This next one's hard though.
I think it's Wreck-It
I
Ralph.
think it's Wreck-It Ralph.
Personally, I think
I
it's
think-
Utopia.
Zootopia is mine.
So I'm with Sunny Boo.
You want to
Yeah.
vote?
If you pick Wreck-It,
No.
no, if you pick Zootopia, then we have to rock paper scissors.
Wait,
No,
why?
we're gonna do our.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
come
That's
on.
right.
Would
That's right.
Zootopia just win if he picks Zootopia? I pick Zootopia. You pick Zootopia.
We both picked Wreck-It Ralph.
Like
I'm so sorry. I'm thinking he's picking for first place.
Oh.
My bad. No, for second
I'm
place.
gonna go Wreck-It Ralph because I like the originality.
For
So
second.
wait.
No, for first.
So okay. So we have to have a 10-second argument.
All right. I mean, start to y'all do understand what y'all have to do, correct?
Yeah.
Let's go
10
to y'all
second
new to.
It's a 10-second argument. We can't use the letters E, Q. No, I'm just kidding. So you want to go first?
I just needed some clarification. What exactly am I?
You're a 10-second argument, and then they're gonna
Judge on which we
Oh, what exactly am I arguing?
of why your one's better,
Yeah.
or I guess you're arguing while
Why
Wreck-It
Wreck-It
Ralph
Ralph's
is better, and you're arguing while Zootopia's better.
Weird.
Okay.
Okay. So I will start. Wreck-It Ralph's just really imaginative with how it meshes video games into one area and the different genres and such.
well, Zootopia on my hand is like really imaginative in the way that it kind of places all animals into one place, and the kind of things where like it's got the elephant ice cream store and all that kind of stuff, and it's got the big popsicle.
Well, I mean, you're the thing with like the ice cream and like all like or like the big popsicle, like it's not really relevant to the world. It is,
Yeah,
but
it's a little detail.
No,
it's-
I like.
Yeah,
I
that
like.
is something that's good. That I'll give to Zootopia.
Yeah.
It does have little details.
Lots of
that are
little-
It
good.
does like it makes the smaller areas smaller,
Mhm.
and the bigger areas are a lot bigger.
Yeah.
You know, like how they should be.
I
Like it's
understand,
common
yeah.
sense, but it's a nice connection.
Yeah. So
I understand. I was just laughing how you were explaining.
No, yeah, I
What
know.
do you guys think?
Yeah. You the other
Think
two.
what?
Which one do you think is second?
I think
Off
Wreck-It
of our-
Ralph's second.
off of our
based
I
off the
still think
argument.
I still think it's Wreck-It Ralph.
So you think I had the better argument for
Yeah.
Zootopia?
I guess because like how we said like the detail.
So Zootopia wins.
Mhm.
Wreck-It Ralph second.
I won by arguing against myself.
Hey,
I know that was weird.
just be unbiased.
I'm happy with it. I love Wreck-It Ralph.
All right, our last category in the Disney New Renaissance Knockout Disney is side characters. That's everybody excluding the main character, if that wasn't clear. This includes villains,
Mhm.
sidekicks, all that jazz. Your side characters.
All right. Well, you got Maui. You got Hey Hey the chicken, voiced by Alan Tudyk.
I do love that
Which
chicken.
is just hilarious.
Friend of the show, Alan Tudyk.
Yeah. You also have the pig, which is literally on the island, but was in all the trailers for promotional. It's really weird.
That is really manly.
You have the grandmother who's like shows a few times. You have the weird like coconut people that are just really funny. It's a reference to Mad Max. And you also have the crab, which like I personally I don't love his song, but
He's an
he's
interesting
still
character.
he's a very interesting character. And just because I don't love the song doesn't mean I don't appreciate it.
Don't forget. Really, honestly, you could say the tattoo of Maui.
Yeah, the tattoo
Is
Maui
a
is
character,
also
it's its own
hilarious.
character.
Well, as for Wreck-It Ralph, we have the Jane Lynch character and the Jack McBrayer character. I can't really name their name. Fix-It Felix and I don't know the Jane Lynch character. They're just like so like connected with those actors. It's kind of like confusing. But anyway, there's also like the Sarah Silverman Vanellope character. She's adorable.
Yeah.
And there's the Alan Tudyk, the King Sweet Boy, and
Well, I started to turn off because I was like, that's a spoiler. Okay.
well, I didn't even say his name, so I guess I didn't spoil it.
We still said what his occupation was.
So like, I don't have the. I think I have a nice set of characters. I don't think I have the best.
No.
I don't think I have the deepest roster here.
I think you have the worst, actually.
Probably.
I don't know.
She was like, I think mine's the worst. Like,
My characters are pretty interesting. You've got
the fox.
you've got the fox and
Nick Wilde.
Nick Wilde, who's really admittedly though I will admit this as a weakness. He's really like the main side character that holds it up. We also get some entertaining side characters like J.K. Simmons, Lion Mare. You get the sheep assistant to the mayor.
But also, like, if you're in, like, honestly, a very important one that I'm sure a lot of people love is the Sloth.
The Sloth,
Like,
Dash, the
yeah.
Flash.
I knew it was like speed or something like that. Yeah. Like, it has a lot of, like you're saying, it's like little small characters, but as we established, that's like the good thing about Zootopia is like the detail.
Yeah.
I mean, and then there's the parents.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Zootopia, and I was like,
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
Zootopia.
right,
Yeah,
right.
it's got like the parents,
Yeah, yeah,
Judy's
yeah.
parents.
the antelope neighbors.
Yeah.
So there's Baymax, which is
A great character.
probably the best
Dallas
side
Wayne.
character. The rest of the team, you know, you got
Can you name?
man,
That was
no,
my class.
but that guy, Fred. I can name Fred, the one played by T.J. Miller.
Uh-huh.
His character is
Who is
honestly,
T.J. Miller?
he's T.J. Miller, and he's hilarious in that movie.
Yeah.
His character's great. The Kabuki Mask villain, I think the villain is pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
That's a situation.
We'll fix that
That's
when
fine,
we
that's
take a
fine.
break in the short bit.
There's that. The older brother, who's, you know, he's in the beginning of the movie, but I think he's a very well-rounded character. He starts as the mentor, and he
Oh, he's
basically sends Hero where he's at.
Builds Baymax.
Right, builds Baymax. Like, he sets the story, and I think he has a lot of exposition with his character.
I'm gonna try to argue myself out of last place. With Shelby's,
Hey,
with
right now
Zootopia,
right now for me, you're just arguing against Big Hero 6.
with Zootopia, I think it's a lot more like it's Nick, who's arguably also kind of a secondary protagonist,
Yeah.
and then really kind of like just a lot of characters that enhance the world. Like, I don't think there's a whole lot of detailed side characters, and with Dallas's, like, the whole team is maybe like one-dimensional. Like,
Yeah, that was my main.
I try,
I
just
really-
try to just try to force myself.
I mean, yeah,
up.
right now-
outside of T.J. Miller's character, there wasn't a lot of depth made by the other characters.
Right.
So,
So, I mean, I'm fine voting his.
I would vote Big Hero 6.
I will vote him.
Big Hero 6.
Well.
Alright.
Doesn't
Big
matter
Hero
what
6
I
finished-
think.
Yeah, so do you want to try to argue?
What's third? I would say it's Zootopia.
I would say it's Wreck-It Ralph.
But Wreck-It Ralph, it has more complex characters. Like I said, like her parents more like add to the rabbit world, and like her and like J.K. You mentioned J.K. Simmons, like that was like the first one you mentioned. He's not really in the movie that much.
Yeah.
Something to defend you. Wreck-It Ralph have
I
more
for-
memorable side characters and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
also more important ones. Whereas, like as you said, like
Yeah, that's the one.
they're
Like,
little
you know,
they're details.
The Penelope character is the main like driving like MacGuffin of the movie, pretty much.
outside of Nick Wilde, you mainly get like Idris Elba's Buffalo Chief and stuff. It was actually pretty good. But
Well, I mean,
Pretty
you
much
got
Jones
the
and
cheetah,
Chief.
the
Oh, yeah.
cheetah at the desk.
You also have
Fat-
Yeah,
Fat receptionist.
there's
Yeah. You also have
the otter, and there's like the mob. Like, what are they? Rats?
Yeah.
Mob Shrew.
Shrews. Yeah.
Cat-
Father.
you also have Tommy Cho or Chow, the guy from that '70s show that plays the
The nudist of
Yeah.
Yes.
Buffalo.
Hey, man,
It's so funny.
I wish I had a memory like the elephants, man. I don't remember anything.
I vote Zootopia.
I also vote Zootopia.
Yeah, I'll say I vote
Woo!
Zootopia because they're smaller. Like they're funny characters, but
Yeah.
they're smaller little details.
Besides Nick Wilde.
I vote
who's
Wreck-It
pretty
Ralph.
big.
Yes.
Well, yes, because honestly,
So
I
Maui,
think Moana wins off of Maui because even though it's animated,
Maui, and the tattoo.
Well,
even
you
though it's
can-
animated, The Rock still
Yeah,
steals
he
the
is.
movie anytime
Yeah.
he's a part of it.
I mean,
He's
even
a-
the freaking chicken has a lot
Especially
of
the
characters.
chicken and the tattoo, those are really memorable
Exactly.
characters. Admittedly, I was gonna vote for Wreck-It Ralph actually, but
For number one,
yeah, because I feel like Penelope and Fix It Felix and all of them are really memorable characters. And outside of Maui and
the tattoo. The tattoo. I'd say.
outside of Maui, like all the others are either comedy characters, like one-dimensional comedy characters, or just characters for the story, like her dad, her grandmother, and Tafiti.
Well, unfortunately, the tally is done.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is already written.
So-
it is set in paper.
We will now take a short break to tally the final results, and then we will have that for you shortly. And we're back from that short break. So we have tallied the results, and we have a tie for first place again.
It wouldn't be a knockout without a tie.
Of course,
Apparently.
2 out of the 50% of the knockouts we do have been ties. But I will tell you, Big Hero 6 was in last place with 7 points. Moana was in third place with 11 points. Zootopia and Wreck-It Ralph tied for first place with 16 points. So now, if you're not familiar with the procedure, Shelby will argue 10 seconds for why he thinks Zootopia is the best Disney Renaissance movie. The Disney New Renaissance movie. And I will argue why Wreck-It Ralph is the best Disney New Renaissance movie. And Caleb will decide.
Judge, jury, executioner.
Judge, jury, and executioner. Judge Caleb.
Judge Caleb. Not presiding.
All hail
When you're ready.
because he's the chief. And he
All
gets
right. So Zootopia was highly acclaimed upon release, like at 99 Rotten Tomatoes, and it made over $1 billion. So people clearly did love it.
Time.
Okay.
That was 10 seconds?
Somebody started 3 seconds.
Oh no!
Oh my.
Sorry, you ready?
Terrifying. I'm just gonna filibuster. It's gonna be like a
It's
3 hour
been
long,
10 seconds.
3 hour long video.
It's 10 seconds, though.
No, it's just gonna be a 3 hour long video. Like I'm just not gonna go.
Oh, okay. If you cough, I will not stop. If you cough, I will not stop. No. No, that's gonna get worse.
Okay. So Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph, we've already discussed, has some great characters. It's a very original movie. Video games have never really been gone into like depth that much before. So like it's
Time.
Come on.
Now, based off these 2 arguments, I'm gonna go with yours because
You
for
just argued how much money it made.
Yeah, so you argued about how popular it was.
Yeah.
I said the review percentage and everything, so everybody clearly loved it.
Yeah,
But yeah, this is us.
but he's also I was looking for argument of like the actual movie itself.
Right.
And so that's why that's why I'm giving it to Corey.
We're not arguing the general populace.
Yeah.
If we were arguing the general populace, Anchorman 2 wouldn't have won Best Comedy
Anchorman
Sequel
2
of all
not
time.
won. No.
I mean, if we were arguing us, I still don't believe Anchorman 2 should have won the Best. Anyway, that's beside the point. This knockout here is wrapped up with Wreck-It Ralph winning the best Disney New Renaissance movie, and it will move on to the final Disney episode where it will go up against movies from other Disney eras that I can't name off the top of my head.
There's the
Golden Age,
Renaissance,
Bronze
Bronze
era.
Age, Silver Age. Yeah, that's what they were called.
No, like no, you're right.
Okay.
I'm just looking at you because you know that.
There's post-Renaissance, and then I think one of them should actually be called Renaissance.
Yes, the 90s, that is the Renaissance.
But yeah.
I knew that one.
Good job.
Anyway, this is a very long video today.
Yep.
We've been getting away from those, and we're back. You're welcome. But that will wrap us up for today. If you like this content, like, subscribe, share, follow us on social media at Shark Jump Inc. at like Instagram, Twitter, Google Plus. I don't know.
Facebook.
MySpace maybe.
I'm still no.
Still no. Somebody's got to get that up and running. But anyway, as always, we are Shark Jump Inc. Oh, good God. Hey, everybody, welcome to Shark Jump Inc.
I'm Shelby.
Is it network or network?
Network. I just have
Like
a tail
Okay.
on the end of that O for some reason.
Ned War.
Like I was just like, that's wrong.
I'm the wrong person to be writing these things.
Yeah.
As soon as we start, it's going to be like a 15-minute interview.
There's one other break where we tally up scores and that's it.
Yeah. Oh, actually, the day that I said that, we do the one video where we take a break in the middle of it.
Stupid.